Brown was a brick wall in the Eastern Conference, boy.
Did y'all ever watch Game of Zones where like they were doing like Game of Zones is funny.
You watch Game of Zones?
Game of Zones is hilarious.
Bro.
I've heard it's good. I ain't never done it though.
Bro, it's
they got
hilarious.
On their hands with Game of Zones, bro. You got to
bro.
Check it out.
Okay, bro.
When they were doing LeBron, you're not gonna take down us in the East. We got team chemistry and all that. And then here we go again. And then another team doing another team. Then you see the Hawks make a
bro.
And you'll know there's a new king in the East.
This again? Didn't we do this last year?
We've got the chemistry and the defense to take you down. Don't sleep on the 2 seed, my dear king, for the North will soon rule the East. We are the new kings of the East.
This again? Didn't we do this last year?
60 wins, count them. It puts us in the 1 seed, and our house goes 12 men deep. We are the Spurs of the East. Tell him, Corverbird.
Team basketball.
This year, there will be a new king of the East.
Are we doing this again?
You're on your last leg, LeBron. There will be a new king in the East, and this time, I mean it.
Okay, Paul, you literally did this last year.
The era of Paul George, of Roy Hibbert, and House Pacers begins now.
Verticality.
There will be a new king in the East.
We're doing this again.
They say your super team can't be beat, but we got the original Big Three, and I say anything is possible.
Daddy, let me loose. They gotta move. Bishop with the burner, baby. I got the juice. They hating on my team, cause we the truth. Won't he do it? And we the proof. We gon' take them way, 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 way up. We gon' take them way, 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 way up. We gon' take them way, 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 way up. We gon' take them way, 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 way up. Yeah. First drop, they were like, Biz, who are you, boy? Get your name up. Try to hold me down, but you know me now. Look at God, I done came up. They were looking for the sauce, I was cooking for the boss. Now I'm A1.
2. Yeah. Teach you about that, Jay. Put you on set one day. I got you, bro.
I appreciate that.
All right, let's get it in.
Let's do the fool.
He is straight up.
I want to see how long it would take for y'all to say something.
Straight up. And y'all keep talking about me. And I'm just saying, like,
oh man, this is great. All right, you ready? Here we go. Yeah. What's going on, family? This is your boy Miles Austin here, and this is Heart in the Paint here on MTMV Sports Podcast Network. I got my boy Connie here, my boy Jay. Fellas, what's going on, man? Connie, how you feeling?
Oh man, I'm feeling good, bro. You know what I'm saying? The NBA's back and it's in my state, Florida, FLA, baby. Even though I might not be here while they're doing it.
I ain't mad at it. But if you're not there, you're gonna be in Atlanta, so it's a better thing. I ain't even mad at it. Jay, what's going on, family?
What's up, y'all? Happy to be back. Miles, West Side, NBA is back. Protesting Black Lives Matter, trying to end the systematic racism that has been here the entire time. Our people have been here in this country, and it's beautiful. Like I said before, it's beautiful to see people of all cultures, all colors, all countries coming together to end what's going here in the country that we live in.
Yeah, man, I'm not even mad at it at all, man. Well, both of y'all said it. The NBA is officially back. We got a date. We're targeting July 31st. Going to be played down in Orlando. My boy Connie's his state. And they're doing in the wild world of sports, ESPN building down there, man. This 22-team format. Like, first, we'll get to the format. What is the most exciting of just understanding that the NBA is back? Like, I'll start with you, Jay. But like the emotional, did you get a little emotional when the notification came out? Shout out to Bleacher Report when it came out, and I got an iPhone, so when it dropped down, I was like, stop playing. Stop. Adam, I appreciate you, boy. How did you feel when you first got the news, bro?
Okay, so I'm going to give you Wednesday and then Thursday, because Wednesday it all start getting circulated. There's going to be a meeting on Thursday, and from what they had heard, the sources are saying that things will get voted into action on Thursday. Meeting starting at 12:30 noon. Well, I've been used to hearing baseball negotiations, NBA negotiations, football stuff for the future. Will it start on time and all this stuff? So I was a little pessimistic when I first saw the story. Like, a Wednesday. Oh yeah, NBA's coming back. Is it really? I don't know. It hasn't been voted in yet. So I was waiting until that vote. So that vote came in Thursday. And I'm like, man, let's go. NBA is back, and right now, it's just kind of like a perfect. Like it's an odd storm, but a perfect storm. There's so much turmoil in our country. Sure. I don't mean to bring it up too much, but you can't hide it. But right now, with the NBA coming back, you're going to find a lot more people going to work with smiles on their face. July 31st, beginning of August. Why are you so happy? LeBron played last night. Why are you so happy? Jimmy Butler dunked on somebody. Why are you so happy? Bam guarding Giannis like crazy. And so that's kind of me. Like Wednesday, I was more like, I don't want to believe it yet. I want to believe it when it's true. And then Thursday hit, and man, let's go, because NBA basketball is fantastic.
I'm thoroughly excited. Connie, how you feel, man? You got that notification. The NBA is back, bro.
So I was a little mixed with my emotions, because when it said it's dropping, I'm like, woo, NBA is back. All right, my summer about to be lit. And then I realized it's not going to be happening until July 31st.
I know, it was a minute, ain't it?
Yeah,
bro, that's 2 months, bro.
Yeah.
You barely in June. Like, you should at least take June and be like, yo, June, y'all do all this in June, training in June. And then beginning of July, we get all this stuff done. All right, cool. Get all this calculated up. By October, we crown our champion. Yeah. No, they're trying to compact all this in the span of 3 months.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about it, I think, the issue is trying to get them in shape, but also like giving them time, because they're still only doing the 10 people at the facility. The facility's officially open, so I'm guessing they're giving time for the facilities to open, the teams to get together, and then do training camp period. Like, I think that was one of the big things after the voting was, all right, cool. If we're going to do this July 31st, when can we get everybody back in the facility? Now, King LeBron been doing his thing, inviting 1 and 2 players over to the cribbo. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and work this thing out. Hey, when y'all do this, y'all learn this. Let's keep it and stay tight. I'm gonna invite the next 2 people. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Only King can do stuff like that. Only King. Only King. Well, go ahead, Connie. My apologies.
No, I was just wondering, because you're trying to compact this in 2 months, man. I don't know, with a span of 3 months.
Yeah.
Me personally, I took the whole entire summer, where the summer is really safe because it's it's hot. We can go ahead and get we can get checked regularly. I know that you want to get the guys in shape. I know that we still got to be on these restrictions, but I'm just saying, like, by the time the 4th of July hit, we'll all probably be off restriction. So I'm just thinking that we can go right in there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Take that month of July. That way you're not going too much into October, because like what it's looking like, it's going to be in the middle of October instead of the beginning.
Right.
Where it's going to stop. That's what it's looking like.
I mean, it got the draft or the lottery in August, draft in September. It's throwing everything off. Obviously, we get it. You know what I'm saying? So
and then we already know the number. Oh, I don't know who's going to be the number 1 player now, because it's starting to change each and every day. Who's going to come out number 1? Yeah, and I don't know. I'm at this point where I just don't know. But
I'm trying to read up on the actual format itself, on what they're actually going to do. Obviously, all 22 teams will be playing 8 games. So it's everybody that's going to be playing, not just now. I will say this: if I'm as a fan and as an analyst, I would definitely love to see, and we talked about this pre-show, like seeing those 8 teams, the teams that were vying for the 8th spot. So the 5 teams from the West and the Memphis, and then the 1 team from the East, which I mean, we've already talked about the Wizards. I'm not really sure why they're playing the 8 games and they're 6 games back. But the rule was if you were within 6 games of 8th place, then you were able to play inside this tournament. Now, as we move to the 22-team format, like how does that make you feel? Like when you think about, okay, so 22 teams, 8 teams, top 8 teams from the East and the West, and the 5 teams in the West that are playing for the 8th spot, and the 1 team in the East, Wizards. We won't even really worry about them. What was your first initial thought of, okay, 5 teams from the West all playing for the 8th spot, but they're all playing each other, right? Like we obviously thought, like, okay, maybe they'll play those 6 teams for the 8th spot, but every team is playing 8 games. So I mean,
which one of y'all said Bradley Beal should go ahead and set this one out?
Oh, that was me.
That was you, bro. I mean, like I'm feeling what you're saying, because like it's not worth it at this point, bro. I mean, I understand that like
to win all 8 games.
The
good,
right? Yeah, but like I don't know, like, hello.
Yeah, we got you.
Am I still frozen?
No, we got you.
Because I know I'm glitching over here.
No, you good.
Sorry. No, but what I'm saying is I'm as I'm watching this, like these teams didn't do everything in their power to make sure they get to the playoffs.
Sure.
I'm sorry, but like y'all fighting for a position that really doesn't matter. Honestly, I would have said take the top not the top 8 but top 6 teams in each region and go ahead and just go throw them out there and let them go.
So
what I mean?
Do you treat it like the NFL? Do you say the top 6 teams, these are what your record is? Obviously, we know that's not really going to change. We'll give y'all a bye. 7th, 8th,
right.
The teams playing for 8th, and 7th, 8th, and the 1 team playing for in the East. Y'all have a play-in tourney, and whoever gets it gets it. Now, I'll pay money for that. I will watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on pay-per-view. Who playing? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'll figure that out. But aside from that, like, Jay, how do you feel about that?
About this format?
Yeah.
I'm still in the opinion that the 16 teams would have been who I would have been going for, because you end up going East-West format for the playoffs, but you have it lopsided about the 5 in the West and the 1 in the East.
Yeah.
It just seems like the 5 in the West have it a lot harder to get into the playoffs than the Wizards do in the East, because no matter what, the Wizards are going to be in that play-in game to get for the A seed. With that play-in style game, double elimination, single elimination, best of 3, basically. No, I think the 8 seed has to win 1, the 9 seed has to win 2, but it's still like they have to. The Wizards are they're already given a spot to have a shot in the playoffs, where you have, who is it? Portland, New Orleans, Sacramento, San Antonio, and Phoenix, where they have to literally battle with each other. And let's just say that they're playing against the top seeds. They're playing against the Lakers, the Clippers, the Nuggets, and the Jazz. Yeah. In those 8 games, if they say 4 of the 8 games, they're playing one of those teams, it's lopsided. It's not fair. Now, I get it. Life's not fair. I'm not trying to say that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm still of the opinion the 16 teams, the top 16, top 8 from each conference, have them in the playoff, in the tournament, or in the finish the season. Have your 8 games or whatever, and then go right to the tournament that way. That just seemed more of a logical thing to me, to have it more lopsided as it is right now.
Yeah.
Man, all right, but there's something that was just said, and it threw me off. You got a whole bunch of what 6 teams playing? No, 5 teams playing in one slot. 1 team playing knowing like all they gotta do is beat Orlando. Like all they gotta do is play Orlando. I mean, it makes no sense to me.
Yeah. But they're still 6 games behind. Like the Wizards are 24-40, and Orlando's 30-35.
But all they got to do, they can lose all the games. They can lose all 8 games in the regular season, and then that play-in style. If they beat If they beat the Magic twice, they're in the playoffs. So you can literally go 0-8, win 2 games.
Okay.
Or you win 2 games and then get in. Well, now if you go to the Western side, I'm with West Side. We're kind of on the same page. Let's just say that let's just say the Suns find a way to get into the playoffs. I'm not sure how, but they find a way to get to the 9th seed. They would literally have to battle to go from way down to number 9, and then battle again, win twice to whoever the A seed is. So I understand why they did it. They want to try to include some of those teams that are outside of the playoff standings right now. But ultimately, man, it's
we in this inclusive culture.
Right?
I just want to we in this inclusive culture.
Say it, man.
So,
say it.
So we're trying to include everybody.
But listen.
Let's give everybody a chance.
But
give everybody a chance.
But you have to be.
Bro, take that off.
When it comes to that,
take that off.
No, I did it by accident. My bad. You have to be. I mean, when you're looking at the standings, I mean, what are they? They're all separated by like 3 games. You got to have something there to say, okay, you don't understand how pissed the Blazers would have been if they wouldn't been able to play for a chance to go.
Dame don't want to play anyway. Dame don't want to play.
Dame don't want to play.
He don't want to play.
Dame has everybody. He said he went on. I forget what show it was. He's saying we'll be 100% healthy. Who really wants to see playoff Dame with a healthy Blazers? I think they beat the Pelicans, the Kings, the Spurs, and the Suns, and possibly Memphis.
Now, all right, Zion, come out there and ball out, y'all. Don't.
Hey! You better watch out. Zion about to come back heavy, bro. I hope he don't. But we saw Zion.
He come back heavy.
Hey, I think so, man. I think so. I hope.
New Orleans too.
Look, bro, we ain't seen no Zion hooping not once throughout this entire time. We've seen some boys hooping at home. We ain't seen Zion do nothing now. He could come back in great shape. I would hope that he does. But we saw Zion between summer league and then when he came into the NBA.
Bro, he probably in the Hopperball time chamber right now with Goku, bro. Y'all already know. He's training for the Cell games.
Facts. But that's the thing. So I mean, I'm looking. If I'm looking at them, man, they're separated by 3 games. Yeah. Memphis has a 3-game lead on the 8th spot from the Blazers, and from the Blazers, the Pelicans, Kings, and the Spurs are 2 games behind that. So, I mean, these teams. I think I'm thinking that the Blazers are the 8th spot. If I'm honest about it, I think the Blazers could probably beat anybody in the Western Conference with a 100% healthy team. I mean, obviously they'll have trouble with the Lakers and the Clippers, and I think Denver probably. But when you're talking about this thing, who really has a chance at winning? Because obviously people with Lakers, Clippers in the East is going to be the Celtics and the Bucks. Like, who are you expecting to see in the NBA Finals?
Straight up, we all know who we're expecting to see in the NBA Finals. It's going to be Lakers and it's going to be the Bucks. That's what we're expecting. Thing is, who might eventually be there? You know what I mean? Like, you might see Toronto there again. You might see Boston show up for some reason. Heck,
you say some reason?
Honest with you,
Boston is the biggest threat to the Bucks.
I know, and then
be the finals. I would love that.
And then out of nowhere, you might see the Miami Heaters come back. You know, I don't know, like the Heaters, the Miami Heaters. Hey, you heard, man? Shout out to Jordan, bro. The Miami Heaters. Man. You might see the Miami Heaters come back. It won't be the Miami Heaters, but you know, it'll be the Heaters. You know what I mean? No, but for real though, like the East is so like juggle right now for me because there's no clear person for me in the East because of how people performed last year. Yeah, last year they performed horrible. Yeah. You know, and then all of a sudden, but then you had like a Swiss Army knife in freaking Kawhi Leonard just and breaking people's hearts left and right.
Yeah,
he broke MB's heart, bro. Every soul was taken away from him that night.
He shot right over him too. That was the hardest part. He scored it on you, bro. The shot heard around the world happened on you. That's why you was crying. I get it,
bro. That shot. The thing is, that shot goes along with the playoff run and the championship. Like he said, I'm gonna go here for 1 year, win the championship. How boss are you?
I love the one-off. Shout out to Max Kellerman. This guy. Thoroughly is in love with this dude and thinks he is the best player in the world. He had a Max Kellerman. Kawhi Leonard.
No.
Max Kellerman.
I like Kawhi. I ain't gonna say
the best player in the world.
They think he's the best.
Max said that.
Max Kellerman is harping. He's been harping on it all season. Kawhi is this. Kawhi is that. We lose the first 2 games.
Max is a boxing. He's a boxing
guy.
Get out of here, bro.
He's like he don't even watch basketball.
He knows that. I'll give him that. He comes from a boxing background.
He's a boxing guy.
He comes from that background, yes. But when you think about when the first two times that we played the Clippers, we lost. The first game of the season and Christmas, and then this last one, he beat the Bucks and the Clippers in the same weekend. And Bron was, I think he averaged a triple double in both games. Like so, I think to me that's a precursor of what we're going to see in the playoffs. If I'm not mistaken, we know what Bron does in the playoffs. It's a different level, 0 dark 30, no social media. Like he's a different animal in the playoffs, right? And if I'm going to compare what Kawhi did last year, right? Had the shot around the world, ended up beating the Bucks as well after going down 2-0, and then coming and beating. Now, to some, it would say he beat the Warriors. To others, it would say you beat their hobbled B team. But we're going to give him the Finals MVP. You lose Klay Thompson, you lose Kevin Durant. You have to win at this point. Like your legacy is completely tarnished if you still lose that series.
Yeah.
And after losing Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant. So he has to win. He does it. I don't believe that makes him the best player in the world. I think at that moment, yes, the title was taken because the king wasn't there. But if we're looking at this season, what LeBron has done, leading the league in assists, number one team in the West, possibly number one team in the NBA, period, depending on what these eight games does. I think we're 2 games behind the Bucks for the best record in the NBA. What does that look like when you look at the NBA Finals? Who's going to be there? Who you expect to be there, and who would you like to see there? That's the better question. Like, who do you think will be there? And who would you like to be there? Jay, go ahead.
I think who I like in the Western Conference is the same team. It's the Clippers. I said the Clippers since the beginning, and honestly, that game you just referenced where the Lakers beat both I think it was the Bucks and go ahead, where they beat both the Bucks and the Lakers in the same weekend. Yeah, that almost swayed me, but at the same time, I trust Kawhi. I trust PG with a better player as his side mate. So okay. I'm right there where it's Clippers in the West. In the Eastern Conference, at first I was thinking the Bucks would be, and they probably will be. I just don't know how. I don't know if the Bucks can beat the Heat in 7 games if they play each other in the playoffs. That's the one thing I don't know. I would like to see my hometown team, the Pacers, get in. I don't see that happening. I think it's too many hurdles. But I think it's probably going to be the Bucks. I'll say another team that I would like to see that it's not my favorite team. It's the Raptors. I would love to see.
They're not bad. Hey, I wouldn't say it's bad. But
no. But I think I would love to see back-to-back seasons the country of Canada get behind an entire country, get behind their team.
Yeah.
And then it would be – we like stories. We like talking about stuff. It would be a great story to have – you had a one-hit wonder or basically a one-year rental, and Kawhi Leonard came there, got a ring. And then all of a sudden, Kawhi's not there. They are currently 46-18 right now. Have a really good shot of making the finals once again. And nobody before the season thought they would be in this position. Yeah. So
Pascal been an animal this year,
man. But it's just the whole squad, man. They play like a well-oiled machine. And shout out to Nick Nurse because he's doing some crazy stuff up there, man. Yeah. Because nobody thought you lose Dwayne Casey, I believe. You lose him, he goes to Detroit. He won Coach of the Year, and then he lost his job.
Ain't that crazy?
Nick Nurse, so crazy, man. Nick Nurse comes in from the G League, bro. Come in from the G League, wins a ring. And his team is right there again.
Got 46 games. That's
and
wild.
I think if he keeps this up, he's going to be one of those guys like a Spoelstra, like a Popovich, where they win so much, it's so consistent, they don't get the notoriety that they deserve.
Oh yeah, Pop don't get the notoriety. They've been straight. It's been 15, 16 seasons straight. They made the playoff.
Yeah.
And it's like these players and team. You're like, who's on their team? How did they get there? How they do this? But Connie, what do you think? So for you, just so we understand, Jay, you're looking at the Clippers, which you're crazy, but I'll let you have it. And in the East, the Bucks or who?
The Bucks.
Just you think the Bucks? That's it.
Yeah.
So nobody else. Who would you like to see in the finals from the East?
The Raptors.
The Raptors. All right.
The Raptors.
So Connie, what you think, man? I don't want you to be on Jay's side, man. I like Jay on any given day. You know, right now though.
Even today, even at this very moment,
right
he don't want to admit it, West Side. But me and Miles still boys, man. Ain't nothing gonna change.
We boys when the show ends.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the Clippers with a straight face, no conviction.
I mean, let's take this time to actually look at, you know what I'm saying, what we saw this season.
Let's do it.
Miles, class is in session. Let's go, West Side.
Look, I'm waiting on it. Tell me.
All right, I guess we did have a weekend where, you know, LA Clippers beat the mess out of both teams, and had a fun time doing it.
You mean the Lakers?
But it was beating the mess out of the Lakers. The Clippers beat the mess out of the Lakers, and the Clippers beat the mess out of the Milwaukee Bucks. And
okay, so we're not talking about the weekend LeBron did. Okay, I want to make sure.
No. We're not going to talk about that weekend.
Of course not. Why would you?
Yeah, but we're gonna throw that weekend out there just for you.
Okay.
And it's literally what it's been, a battle for LA. It wasn't like we all knew it was gonna be like a fight every time these guys get together. Yeah. Like, oh, square up, let me see what you got.
Oh, fact.
Square up, let me see what you got. Like it was almost like Crips and Bloods going at each other the whole entire time. You know, one represents like both Crips and Bloods, and the other one is just, you know, a team from Minnesota. Yeah. But like, I want to be totally honest. After what I saw this season, I saw LeBron and his team bonding together and going on a whole nother level, and I can only see that in the playoffs. And Kawhi, you know, he's coming in. He's like, all right, I did this last year. Let me see if I can do it again. But I don't think they're going to do it again, man. So I do see these Lakers being in the finals, only because I think this is the year they gotta go. Too much happened this year for them not to go.
Facts.
Too much happened this year for them not to go.
That's a good point.
And then on the East side, man. Look, man. I think I want to say it'd be a classic joint. It'd be like Boston.
Ooh, LA versus Boston in the final. That's a match made in heaven, boy.
Yeah, in Orlando. Orlando.
That's crazy.
And it'll be the inaugural season of, you know what I'm saying, the inaugural neutral site. You know what I mean?
Hey, he's still on that. Let's go.
Hey, but I mean, it just works for me. Like, think about it. You get your best two teams and you give them 7 freaking days. 7 days, man. It's a 7-day, like a week-long thing, man. And the package is like, you know what I'm saying, just what if they sweep them? Be like a sweep or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got 3 extra days to just, you know, have fun, hang out, parade. You know, you can throw a parade in the city, but you still got the 3 days to have fun. I know they want to go set up stuff in their city and throw, you know, show off with the city.
Oh, for sure.
But you go to these neutral sites, man. I mean, on other people's ground, you get to flex on other folks. I mean, you're gonna be flexing on Orlando today. I mean, that's just what it is. We're flexing on Orlando, and that's what it's gonna be.
Not mad at it all, man. I think all of it's gonna be good, bro. I think all of it's gonna be great. The 8 games of the regular season will be good. All 22 teams playing these 8 games are gonna be good. For me, obviously, if you don't know already, it's definitely going to be the Lakers, or people who don't know who Miles Austin is and the team that he represents. It will be the Los Angeles Lakers in the finals. Now, I do believe that the Clippers are the biggest threat to us. Now, I'll get back to you, Jay, because I want to know what edge you have for the Clippers over the Lakers. However, I understand they are going to be the biggest threat because of Kawhi PG. I'm really not on the bandwagon of they have a championship coach. He won 12 years ago. Understand he knows what it takes. But he's had a team in the 6 years that we were out of the playoffs and not even a factor in LA. The Clippers should have had a championship. That's no doubt about it. You had Lob City, Chris Paul, Blake.
They should have 3.
Jordan.
They should have 3.
Everybody. I don't know about 3, but
that Spurs team was
good.
They should
have 3.
You cannot
argue. Was good.
13
and Golden State started in 2015.
Yes,
don't forget about that. The last 5 years have been the Golden State Warriors. Obviously, Cleveland coming out of Miami and Cleveland coming out of the East the past 10 years. But I mean, I'm not on the bandwagon of Doc Rivers being this. Oh, they have a championship caliber coach and he's going to coach. Like, bro, look. But I'm also not saying that our coach is the greatest ever. You know what I'm saying? But what he's done the best for what he's had. We're 5 games up on the Clippers for the number 1 spot in the West, and I think that he's definitely like made this team work and cohesive, and he has the respect of LeBron. They had their battles in Indiana, and you guys know he was a great coach in Indiana. Now he had a little stint in Orlando where he had a horrible season, but I don't think that has any bearing on the playoffs. I think Doc Rivers is a hell of a coach. Don't get me wrong at all. I just don't think that is, to me, an advantage over the Lakers and what we have. Like, I mean, I think it's going to be a good series. I honestly hope that we end up playing against each other, the Lakers and the Clippers, and it is the battle of LA to go to the finals. But definitely these other teams.
Why can't they just make that the finals?
What?
I would love to just see that.
Lakers and Clippers.
Make that the finals. Give me that.
I'm not mad at that. That'd be the title for Battle of LA, the King of LA. I'll take that all day. But I don't want to make sure that we don't forget the Denver Nuggets, that we don't forget about the Houston Rockets, we don't forget about the Utah Jazz. These other teams that are cohesive and they work well together. And I think the Houston Rockets, this thing they're doing with small ball is coming on, especially against a team that let's say the Lakers. We have a big team, and if small ball is going to do that, you talk about JaVale McGee, Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard, like these are people. And honestly, I would love for DeMarcus Cousins to come back. What's he been doing for 3 months? You know what I'm saying? Put him on the roster. He got let go because we had to get Marquise. I think it was Markieff Moore, one of the Morris twins.
Markieff.
Yeah, we let him go to get Markieff. So he's still in LA. He's still been playing at the Lakers facility. He just wasn't on the roster. He was gonna stay there, rest up his injury. So I'm interested to see what the last almost 3 months have been, and another month of us waiting till training camp starts back. At least a couple weeks. Like what he talking about? So I mean, a lot of people. I did want to go ahead.
What KD talking about, bro?
KD,
oh, yeah. We ain't said a word about KD yet.
That was crazy to me. I think seeing that and saying that his season was over, I didn't expect anything different. I wasn't surprised at the news. But, when he said it, I was like, okay, now we can confirm. Because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to not play 60-plus games. Basically, you've missed the whole season. Yeah. After the times we've been sitting during the pandemic. I think you've honestly missed the whole season. You have no incentive to come back. You guys are in the 6th or 7th place. And, I mean, why come back in and put so much stress on your body for the playoffs and trying to make the finals and win to have to go up against the Clippers or the Lakers in the NBA Finals, or Boston or Milwaukee in the Eastern Conference playoffs? Like, to me, it just didn't make sense to put that much type of stress on his body when I'm sure he hasn't really been playing since the injury. I mean, did you guys expect anything different?
I got you, Miles. I was reading actually before we started recording this. I was starting reading some articles on KD and his decision to not come back right now. We already know Kyrie Irving is not playing either. And Kevin Durant made a good comment about his recovery. When the NBA shut down March 11th, Kevin Durant had just started playing 5-on-5 against bench players and then some coaches. So he had just started to get some run against guys that don't get on the NBA court. So he hasn't really played even in scrimmages against NBA caliber players. And so shutting down, that halted his recovery. Now he's probably still hooping a little bit at home, but you can't get no 5-on-5 run with anybody right now. No matter if it's scrubs, no matter if it's G League players, guys that don't get in the NBA, or if it's like NBA All-Stars, you can't get any run. So you want to tell me, I get why he did it, because so you're going to say, okay, cool, we got training camp coming up, and then KD, we want you to come back, lead the team into the playoffs, or lead them to win a series. It doesn't make sense for his recovery purposes. He can come back, he can use his time, get a 5-on-5 run, get his feet back under him, keep rehabbing, and then starting, I believe his tentative date for the next season is, I think, December 1st. He can come back strong at that point, possibly have Kyrie there, already have DeAndre Jordan there, and then those three come together to possibly make some noise next season. I think for his recovery stuff, we want to watch him play because we're fans. But when you're recovering and rehabbing, it makes perfect sense in my eyes that he's not playing.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to me as well. Connie, what you think?
To be honest with you, man, I didn't see this guy coming back to play
for sure.
season anyway. I wasn't really expecting him. Part of the reason why I didn't get on the Brooklyn bandwagoner, you know what I mean? I'm not going to get on a bandwagon.
No, you need to be
Brooklyn.
on the bandwagon. We'll
I don't
talk
need
about
to
that
be
later,
on.
though.
No, I don't want to be on. And then on top of that, like it seemed like he just had no interest in the season. The way the season went, and then we kind of survived without him. To be honest with you, no one really was checking for KD. Like Kawhi and everybody had their little season or whatever, but no one was checking for KD this season.
I think it was
Kyrie
because
was
of the Battle of LA.
Because of the Battle of LA. Kyrie was, you know what I'm saying? Because Kyrie was like, I got this guy.
Bro, he
guy,
played 20 games this season. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Out of the 64, 65 games they played, he played 20. He missed 40 plus games this season. I like what is going on with Kyrie? The thing with him is that even on the court, he's absolutely amazing. So that's what we wait for. That's what Kyrie's back. I can't wait. But then it's like you missed 40 games this season. Like, what were you really going to do in the playoffs? He's probably healthy right now. He's like, I'm not playing for what? Like, why?
There's no purpose. It's
break my body and no KD. No, I'm straight.
No,
let's come back. Let's come back December 1st. Bigger, badder, and better. And we're gonna take the East by storm. We're gonna tell Giannis, "Hey, chill out. Go get a real teammate. Chris Middleton ain't the guy." And we're gonna figure this whole thing out. Kyrie and KD gonna take the East by storm.
And then the whole entire Giannis thing, isn't his contract up this year?
I think it's next year because I think
he can get an extension this season. You can get an extension before the last year of your contract.
I think he's up.
Yeah.
I think he's up. So
December
what's looking like
last year.
So that's what I'm saying. So what's looking like, hey, maybe you come over to the Knicks, or you go over to Brooklyn. Go somewhere where you can shine and thrive at, bro.
I wish I could have muted you when you said that.
Whatever, man. Like, come on, man. Let me get hope, bro. Just a little bit of hope.
Giannis ain't coming to the Knicks. That's not hope. That's lie. That's a lie. Deception. I don't want you to get false hope. How about that?
Are you Rick?
I don't want you to get false hope. That's all.
That's true. but my thing is like, no one was really checking for you, KD, this season, and it's not because you suck or anything, because we look at you and you are a great talent.
Yeah, we know.
And we know you're a great talent, but where we're at right now and how we're looking at things, we're not checking for you right now. Get healthy. Don't even try to rush back. And and I wasn't looking for you to come back.
Yeah,
I was looking. Not one of us on this panel was looking for him to come back. Not one of us.
No,
I wasn't.
Right. Facts. Okay, so so it wasn't surprising when it was like, his season's done. I was like, okay, all right, cool. More news. In later news, so and so, the NFL players bonded together to do a video about Black Lives Matter. Which, hey guys, I need to shout out our podcast, man. When we did the Huddle Up, we do have a special, the George Floyd special. Make sure y'all check that out, man.
Definitely.
We all shared. I like a lot of what Jay said, and we got Lady V on our squad, Nora. She gives a powerful segment on hers, and what I'm saying, and in light of things, I know that we're trying to stay in the NBA basketball, but I just want to say, man, all my brothers out there, to my brothers here, stay safe. I love you.
Definitely.
It's not a joke out here right now, man. We gotta do better. We gotta be better. But other than that, man, Katie, we're not checking for you.
Well, look, this is what we do. We're gonna reach the end of the show. What we want to make sure that we do as we go out, obviously, give them something that where they can contact you at. Give us a final thought, and right before we do that, I want you to give me the Western Conference champion, Eastern Conference champion, who wins the finals and in how many games. I'll start with Connie.
Well, how you can find me, if you put like a sign up in the air and say help, I'll probably come. But yeah, man. So my finals and my Western Conference final winner and champion, I'd say is going to be LA Lakers in, I want to say in 6. I'll say 6.
Who are they playing?
They're playing the Clippers. Facts.
No, in the finals.
Huh?
In the final, like NBA finals.
No, I'm talking about in the Western Conference finals.
Okay, cool.
I thought you asked for the Western Conference final.
Just the NBA finals. But I'm glad you had the Lakers beat the Clippers. I feel good about that.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So like but I got but I also got LA winning, sweeping whoever it is in the East. Sweeping. I want to say. I want to say they sweep.
Hey, Westside. Hey, bro. What's in that team, man? You got something in that team?
It's Jitsine and Honey.
No, bro. You got that from Miles Austin. He shipped that to you. You been drinking that stuff.
Nah. Filtered used water. No antioxidants. A little citric acid. Natural flavoring.
I agree.
Abstract.
I don't know about the sweet, dog. I don't know about the sweet.
The reason why I say sweet because, like, to me, I don't think the East stands tall. They don't stand tall against the West right now. The West was the show the whole entire year. It was all about the West this year.
So you had Lakers and Clippers Western Conference Finals. Lakers winning the 6 games, and you had the Bucks and who in the Eastern?
I had Boston.
I had Boston. Yeah, Boston.
So Bucks and Boston Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, and then I got Boston coming out hurt or beat up from the Bucks, and then and that's why I got the sweep. So.
All right, Jay, what we think, bro? Look, look, we're still boys. We'll still be boys.
Before I get to that, I'll let you guys know you can always follow me on Twitter at jsteven07. Part of the crew here at the Hard in the Paint, host of the Jay Stevens podcast on the MTMV Sports Podcast Network. Now let's get to the basketball. Me and Miles, we're boys. Yes, he's gonna disagree with me as he knows. In the West, I do have the Lakers and the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals. Clippers winning that one. I ain't gonna knock LeBron, but he ain't gonna get to the finals this year. In the East, I just told y'all. And I changed my mind between then and now. I did say I think the Bucks will make the finals. I'm going to go to the team that I like, I think that I would like to make the finals, which is the Raptors. So Raptors and Clippers, NBA Finals with the Clippers winning in 6. Don't knock Doc. Don't knock Kawhi. I saw your face on PG. Clippers in 6 over the Raptors. Doc Rivers gets another ring. You said it was 12 years ago, but 12 years later, he got number 2.
I can't believe you just said that. The Clippers and the Raptors. I can see the storylines.
Yes,
the storylines. The team still makes the finals. No Kawhi, this and that. But I think the biggest storyline of them all is the Battle of LA in the Western Conference Finals. Clippers and Lakers. Lakers winning 6 games. Boston and Milwaukee in the Eastern Conference Finals. And they end up going. I think the Bucks lose in 7.
Okay.
I think Giannis is he's too good not to push for Game 7. I think ultimately he ends up losing.
Okay.
And the bigger storyline before the Raptors and no Kawhi versus Kawhi in the finals is going to be the LA Lakers versus their rivals in Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals, which we have not seen since. What? Was it 2010?
2010. It was 2010.
2010, yeah. Because Boston won 08, and the Magic beat them the next year, and then they came back and lost. Yeah, because when they won their first title in 08, they gave us, they mollywopped us in Game 7. It was ugly.
Yeah.
I still remember that to this day. But I'm gonna go to his day. To his day. When he turned around and had his practice to this day, I was like, okay, all right, bro, I see you. But I think that'll be a great storyline. Obviously for the finals, we haven't seen those rival teams go up against each other. But I definitely think the Lakers win in 6 games. I'll say 5 games.
Over who?
Over the Celtics. I think 4-1. I think I want to give them. I want to give them 2 games, but I feel like I could see a 4-1. If I'm
If
playing,
you can see a 4-1. You can see a
Okay,
sweep.
my bad. It's your time. My bad.
No, you just said.
Wait, hold on. If you see a 4-1, you can see a sweep. I don't get that. I don't get that. No.
I think Boston and
You make no
Stevens,
sense.
they're too good not to win a game or 2.
You make no sense right now.
I got to give props to Celtics, man. As an analyst, I have to. As a Lakers fan,
if you say you see a 5 game 4-1, you can see a sweep. You might as well say sweep.
I can't see a sweep. I can't.
Oh my God.
I can't see it. I think Brad Stevens is too good of a coach, and they have I got a hell of a roster. We're talking about Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. Forget who's the kid, or Gordon Hayward coming from Utah. Like, they have a squad, and I definitely think they can win a game or 2 because Brad Stevens is a tactician. I definitely think that.
Bruh, if you can see,
I don't know what to do with my hand.
If you can see 5 games, then you can see 4.
I can't see a sweep, bro. I can't see it. I have too much respect for Brad Stevens and his system. I'm sorry. Sorry, I get it. It's not gonna happen. I can't see sweep, bro. Jay, what was you gonna say?
Mute my mic.
I'm just laughing at him. I'm just like, oh, he muted himself. Oh no. Oh man. No. I'm with you, man. I don't know how Brad Stevens would get swept at that point. Like,
I just can't see it. He's too good of a coach not to. He's not gonna get swept.
And honestly, man, I can see Brad Stevens out coaching Vogel, and then you have to have LeBron do LeBron things to win. Because I think technically Brad Stevens is a better basketball coach than Frank Vogel. Vogel may rally his troops better than Stevens.
Yeah.
But Brad Stevens is one of those guys that X's and O's. There aren't many guys better than him. He's like a Popovich. Like, Pop can X and O you way better than most people, but also Pop can rally the troops. So it's kind of what Brad Stevens is trying to do right now. He has the X's and O's down, but he has to rally the troops in times of desperation to do things that they don't believe they can do. He did it good at Butler. They were really close with that national championship run back to back, but we're still waiting for him to get that ring.
That's all he is. That's all he is.
I think he'll get one. You
don't know.
I think it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
Him don't know how to coach in big game.
He won't get it this year, but I think he's up. He's up for one. He's due for one. Yeah. I'll definitely give him that. Well, look, man, you can follow me on anything. I am Miles Austin, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm even on TikTok now. I ain't posting no videos, but we'll see what happens.
We're boycotting TikTok. What are you doing?
Are we all together?
No, TikTok is the most race.
Hey, chill out.
You know what? Do
Talk
5
about this
games
later. I enjoy what I see on
5
TikTok.
games.
God bless all of my brothers and sisters. Okay, I am Miles Austin on every platform. Again, man, this is Hard in the Paint here on MTMV Sports Podcast Network, where NBA news gets physical like the paint. Whether you want to body him like Shaq or finesse him like Hakeem the Dream, you're gonna get the hard truth. We appreciate y'all, man. My boy Connie Westside, Jay Stevens. I am Miles Austin. You guys be safe, be blessed. My brothers and my sisters, black, white, cream, purple, brown, whatever you want to call it. Y'all be safe. Keep your heads up. God is good, man. Y'all be easy.